We're still up on the tripod. Good morning, everybody. Jasper here. Welcome to day 23 on our Bruce Trail northbound through hike for 2022. Woo! Rain. Yeah, the rain came in, I guess, in the early hours of the morning. Rained hard at camp. Oh, excuse me. So, of course, my tent's wet, but that's okay. It did stop raining when I packed up camp, so I didn't have to pack up in the rain. And for the first, I'm going to say, hour on trail, it didn't rain. But then for the second hour on trail, I've been on trail about 2 hours so far this morning. I probably got on trail about 5:30. Just starting to get light enough now to do a bit of recording. Of course, it seems darker because of the cloud, the rain and stuff. Slight reprieve right now, and I'm deep in the forest. We're actually in, I think it's called the Lebanon Friendship, or Lebanon, not Lebanon, Lebanon Friendship Trail. Been through here before. In fact, I'm not sure if it was the first time or the second time I came through. I think it was the first time I came through here. I met a really charming young couple. And funnily enough, the guy was from Lebanon. And I think the young lady, oh, so pretty young lady, I think she was French-Canadian. And through conversation, I actually gave her a trail name. And it's so funny because about, maybe 6 or 9 months ago, she actually contacted me and she said, "Hey, do you remember me?" And I said, "Yes." She says, "Do you remember the trail name you gave me?" And I said, I'm afraid I don't. Well, I never heard back from her after that. I guess she thought, well, it didn't really mean much. Well, our encounter did mean much, and anyhow, I thought I'd throw that out there, just for memories of times gone by in certain areas. Anyhow, those two young people, I think, were section hiking. I think maybe I can't recall, but maybe the maybe the Peninsula section and the Sydenham section. I think something like that they were doing, but I'm not 100% sure. Well, these rocks, by the way, in this rain, treacherously slippy. Whew! So my intro this morning is going to be short. I know, you're happy. Won't be the usual babbling. Well, maybe some. My night last night at the Woodford Community Centre at the back was perfect. Quiet, peaceful. Great spot to camp, by the way. It's too bad there's no water at the water spigot at the community centre on the outside. That would be really handy. They did have a garbage can, so I could get rid of garbage. So that's also good. Anyhow, there is a slight change in plan. I guess it's more of an opportunistic change than anything else. And I'm going to run that by you a little bit later when it's a little lighter. Just to see what y'all think about that. By the way, on our Facebook page, on the Bruce Trail Facebook page, we posed a question. We took a picture of a steer. It's a bull. A Shire. A Shire, I guess he is. His job is to reproduce. I mean, that's what he does. A proud looking bull. We took a picture and I said, he's looking for a trail name. Any suggestions? And people started answering with names. And there were some amazing names. For instance, Crunch, she put down Drool. That's a good one because he was drooling like a bugger. I don't know. There's all kinds of them. But secretly, I knew that he already had a trail name. And his trail name that he already had was Bob. And he told me, oh yeah, I know it sounds weird, but he told me he got it from a recent movie he'd seen. I said, what movie was that? He said, the new Top Gun Maverick. He said, Bob. I said, oh, the pilot, Bob. Call sign, Bob. I get it now. call sign Bob, trail name Bob, baby on board. And of course, he's a shire. His job is to make babies. That's what he does. Hey, I had to tell you that bit of information this morning. Whew. Yeah, day 23 in the Lebanon Friendship Trail. Rocky, wet, slippy, challenging, but again, a bit of a reprieve in the rain. You can see the trail, or as much as you can. I can see the trail too. Okay, I'm going to put you all away for a while because we are getting into some real good stuff down here. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. The white wire type fence marks Department of National Defense property. This is, I guess, the Meaford military base or the Meaford firing range. There's a sign right there. No trespassing by order of MND, Ministry of National Defense. Whoa. Looks like one of their wires is broken right there. I'm sure they'll fix it. Anyhow, this is a gunnery range. It's a big piece of property. Big base, I guess. As far as Canadian bases go, I honestly don't know. I've been on that base a few times when I drove a Saturday night taxi out of Collingwood, Blue Mountain. Sometimes some of the military personnel that had R&R or a 24-hour pass or whatever would party in Blue Mountain and then get the taxi back to the base. So I've been up there a few times. Anyhow, what they do there is fire artillery, and tank, howitzers, tanks, mortar, and explosive works. And it's, I think, a training facility, military school, if you will, for such activities as, you know, artillery. And you can hear it. I lived in Meaford, years ago now, for about a year, and quite often in that time you could hear the shelling, the howitzers and the tanks and the bombs going off. Yeah, interesting. Okay, the rain continues. On and off, but it continues. It's great, it's chilly. Today's high is only 12 degrees Celsius. I'm guessing that's somewhere around 52, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. So chillier than we've been having, for sure, but not particularly cold as far as the temperature. But with the wind and the rain, well, you really do want to stay dry in those temperatures. And we're wearing our rain gear. I'm wearing my Z-Pax Verdis rain pant, my Z-Pax Verdis rain jacket also, because you may know that I like to double up on a cold, wet kind of day. I'm also using my Frog Tugs Pro Light top jacket. So I'm actually quite comfortable. I feel dry, nice and dry. We've been hiking, several hours now. I'm not sure what time it is due to the rain. I'm not taking my phone out again. But probably 9 o'clock, so probably 3.5 hours or so of hiking in so far. As we're pushing closer and closer to eventually connecting back up to the Highway 26 again. So, I'm not sure, did I talk about this already? You know what, I'm not sure, so let's talk about this now, because I can't recall. I can recall saying we've got a little change in plan, but I can't recall if I told you what it was. So I'm going to tell you again, or I'm going to tell you for the first time, and I'm going to tell you now. Down the trail, after about 25 kilometers of hiking today, total, we come close again to Highway 26, a parking area down a side road off Highway 26. So what I decided to do was, at that point, I'm going to make my way down 26, whether I walk down or hitch or whatever. Hitching's not a big thing in Canada, I've noticed. Very difficult to get a ride sometimes. But anyhow, and I'm making my way to the Travel Lodge. The Travel Lodge is where I'm staying tomorrow night. But I went to hotels.com and I did pick myself up a room for tonight. Very inexpensive. I think it was $78. That was it. That was a good deal for a weeknight. Which means I'll actually spend 2 nights there. I'm doing that because, sure, it's raining. It's cooler. But mainly because I can, I guess. And tomorrow, I'm going to slack pack. So I will slack pack, I guess, the southeastern section of the outskirts of Owen Sound. Basically from where I leave off today. And arrive back at the hotel anyhow. Tomorrow again, where I'm supposed to be, I guess. That makes sense. And then, of course, the next day, which will be Saturday morning, we leave the Travel Lodge and we head north towards Wyerton for a Monday arrival in Wyerton. So, if I hadn't have told you already, that was the kind of change. Be nice to have a bath and charge the battery packs and so on. Anyhow, let's just keep moving forward. Like you can hear the rain on the leaves above me of the trees. It's raining quite hard right now. Okay, let's go. Bayview Escarpment, Ontario Parks. We are now leaving the Lebanon Mountain Trail, Bruce Trail, Friendship Trail. It says we are here. I believe you. We're going to go down here and we have some road walking. Well, okay. So be it. The rain, well, the forest has been protecting us somewhat from the rain this morning in a lot of areas. But now we are going out into the open. No more forest for a little while to protect me. That's for sure. Oh, the rain bouncing in the puddles. The wind, as indicated by the movement of the branches and so on the trees. Yeah, it's cold, it's wet. Oh, by the way, we've been sharing some of the trail at certain times with the Tom Tons. I'm going to try this again. Thompson Trail. Thompson Trail. You know what I'm talking. We'll call it Tom's Trail. So we've been sharing our crossing here and there. Tom's Trail. Okay. Let's just keep moving down the Bruce Trail. Yes. The view. The spectacular view. They have barbecues and picnic tables down there that we can use, but it's just too cold and windy for me today. Hey, I have arrived at the Travel Lodge in Owen Sound. Whew, I have got coffee. I'll be into that in a minute. I got a microwave. I got a refrigerator. Of course, bathroom. I've already got my hiking mitts and buff soaking. My socks will be in there in a moment. This is actually a really nice room. Nice bed, looks comfortable enough. TV. A couch, sitting area. So for the money, this isn't a bad room at all. So today is day number 23. I've done, let me see, today was of hiking. It was about just under 30 kilometers. Just under 30 kilometers to where I got off trail from Woodford Community Center. Just under, it's like 29.8 kilometers to where I got off trail. And then tomorrow I'm going to, tomorrow I'm going to slack back from there and continue back to here, which isn't far actually. I think it's only about, you know what, I'm not 100% sure. I got to check my map. It might be 18 kilometers. I'm just not sure right now. So I'm going to slack that tomorrow, and then I'll be here again tomorrow night. And then the next morning, I'll be blasting off, which will be Saturday morning, because today's Thursday. So the next morning, Saturday morning, I will be blasting off to Wyatt. 3-day hop from here to Wyatt. Awesome. And from here, when I leave here, I have about a total of 9 days to Tobermory to finish our through hike. So yeah, that is day number 23 in the bag and done. It was challenging today. The wind was horrendous, rain, cold. But you know what? It's all part of the hike, I guess. So be it. Anyhow, I'm going to enjoy a hot cup of coffee. I'm going to enjoy a hot bath. I'm going to do my laundry, relax, and then see about some town food. Just relax for the rest of this day, I think, most of this day anyhow. Okay, we will talk to you guys, I guess maybe tomorrow for the slack packing. If not, then Saturday morning when we leave Owen Sound heading to Wyatt. We'll see. Talk to you later. But day 23 is going to end right here. Bye-bye.